What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. I'm gonna take a break from analyzing hockey just for 3, 4, 5 minutes to do this piece, and talk about the parallel between the Power Play with CJ and one of the greatest athletes on the planet in LeBron James. Obviously, he's not a hockey player. How dare I talk about him? I know, but he obviously left Cleveland for Miami in 2010. I left Boston for the great state of Florida in 2010 as well. Not under less than ideal circumstances, and I think that you look at you know the growing that happened for myself in the last 4 years. The power play happened because I was in Florida. I could have done so many things different. But I look back at starting the power play in February 2011, and then really refocusing it in September, October that year, and then obviously building it from there. And it's far from a finished product. I know that. You all know that. But I like where I'm at, and I think you look at with LeBron James going home with you don't know what it's like to appreciate somewhere until you leave, and if you spend your whole life in one place, you don't get that. And I didn't appreciate being in Boston until I left it. From a hockey perspective, but also from a personal life perspective. You know what I mean? And now being back in Boston, I'm really gonna take the power play to new heights because there's so much more to do regarding the game. I'm not in rural Florida. I'm not in the Tampa Bay area. That's not a knock on Tampa. I had some great memories, met some amazing people, and I absolutely enjoyed the hell out of my 4 years there. Well, I mean, it's kind of like I had 3 years of building sandcastles and then a couple months of knocking those sandcastles down, violently in some ways from the way my tenure in Florida ended. But, really being surrounded by a plethora of pro and junior and college teams, at all levels. And I think that, you look at, the growth that's going to be there. And, I kind of took a risk coming home. I could have stayed in Florida. I could have gotten a gig teaching school and made, decent money doing that. But I chose to come home, work in a bar, and, focus on taking care of this, making this happen. And, I think being in a place like Boston where, everyone that makes it leaves. That's just the nature of the beast. And I'm not saying I won't leave again. I mean, I had a plan in place to move to Southern California. That kind of felt, you can't have it both ways. And, I'm not saying I wouldn't leave Boston again, but I'm not going to leave for leaving's sake like I did the last time. There has to be a clear-cut reason why I'm going where I'm going. And I'd probably only leave maybe to go back to Florida under the right circumstances or to go to Southern California. So, but again, this is home, and I figure why can't I build something great here and keep it here, as opposed to leaving like everyone else that makes it out of Boston does, But again, I'm not saying I'm committed to staying here forever, but I'm also not closing the door on that. Like I burned a lot of bridges when I left the last time, and fixing those bridges is it's almost half a decade still fixing a lot of them. So, but again, I'm looking forward to the challenges that lay ahead in the next months and years because much like LeBron going home to build something great, I've done that, and the state of Florida helped provide a springboard to make it happen. But and under ideal circumstances, maybe neither one of us would have left Florida. But myself in Tampa and LeBron in Miami, you got to do what you got to do, and the force that draws you away from your home for the first time is nothing compared to the force that brings you home. And to come home and start, picking up the pieces and building something is definitely something special. And LeBron's got a great team in Cleveland with Kyrie Irving and Andrew Wiggins and those boys. And I got a pretty good team here in Boston for the power play. So I'm excited. I'm really, and I love comparing myself to LeBron because it makes me feel cool. So anyway, that's all I got on this episode of the Power Play with CJ on the comparisons between the Power Play and LeBron. Stay tuned for episodes throughout the off season and beyond. Later, guys.